We celebrate all holidays together. If you look down my page, I hate to say this, but it's one of the things that I want y'all to look at. Because when she said about me spending money, you'll see the gifts being bought. You'll see the diamond necklaces and chains being bought when she started the league. Since she wanted to fabricate and say, oh, he never wanted me to start the league. You see that.
Y'all, brace yourselves because what just dropped on Instagram Live is shaking the hip-hop world to its core. Papoose, looking exhausted, angry, and betrayed, went live out of nowhere late last night. No promo, no warning, just him staring into the camera like a man whose world has been ripped apart. And what he revealed, it's nuclear. He started calm, barely holding it together. I've been quiet for too long, but the truth can't be hidden anymore. And then the bomb dropped. Allegedly, after the whispers of a secret affair between 50 Cent and Remy Ma surfaced, Papoose had his doubts about his own daughter, Remy Mackenzie. He claimed he was told she was his, but something didn't add up. Without hesitation, he allegedly got a secret DNA test, completely under the radar. And the results? They allegedly shattered him. Remy Mackenzie wasn't his. She was allegedly 50 Cent's daughter. The IG Live went silent, comments flooded with OMG and this can't be real. Then came the emotional explosion. Papoose's voice cracked as he screamed, Remy, you lied to me. You cheated. You hid the identity of my daughter from me. He called it betrayal, deception, theft of a father's trust. And it didn't stop there. He announced legal war, claiming he's about to file a paternity fraud lawsuit against Remy Ma, challenging the truth in court and exposing the scandal that could rewrite everything. The internet melted. Clips went viral instantly. Fans are divided. Some defend Remy, others side with Papoose. And the biggest name now trending? 50 Cent questions are everywhere. Was this planned? Are there more hidden secrets in the industry? Or is this just another celebrity meltdown for the ages? And the tragic part, the innocent at the center of all this chaos? A little girl, caught in the crossfire of adult secrets she never asked for. This isn't just drama, it's a full-blown emotional earthquake.
I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But
buckle up, because what you're about to hear is going to rock the hip-hop world like nothing else ever has. Late last night, out of nowhere, Papoose went live on Instagram. No warning, no countdown, just him staring straight into the camera, exhausted, furious, and broken. The energy was raw, tense, and unbearable, like a man who had carried a secret too heavy to hold any longer. As the live began, he didn't waste a second. I've been silent for far too long, he said, voice shaking but sharp, but the truth cannot be hidden anymore. And just like that, the world held its breath. The bomb he dropped wasn't small. Allegedly, after whispers of a secret affair between 50 Cent and Remy Ma surfaced, Papoose began questioning everything he thought he knew about his own daughter, Remy Mackenzie. He claimed that for years he had been told that she was his world, his blood. But some pieces didn't add up. Some stories didn't match, and some instincts screamed louder than anything else. He alleged that the doubts consumed him, kept him awake at night, tore at his heart, and forced him to take the unthinkable step, a secret DNA test, conducted quietly, away from the eyes of the world, away from the media, away even from friends. What he discovered, he said, shattered everything. The results, he claimed, were devastating. Remy Mackenzie was not his daughter. The DNA allegedly proved, without a shadow of doubt, that she was 50 Cent's child. The shock in the room, the shock across the internet, the shock in the comments section was instantaneous. Fans were screaming, typing, questioning, struggling to process. The IG Live paused, almost frozen in disbelief. Papoose's face contorted with rage and heartbreak, his eyes red, his hands shaking, and his voice breaking as he spoke the words no one wanted to hear. Remy, you lied to me. You cheated. You hid the identity of my own daughter from me. He didn't stop there. He called it betrayal. He called it deception. He called it the theft of a father's right to know the truth, the right to love his child without secrets poisoning the foundation. Papoose claimed that this wasn't just a private heartbreak, it was a calculated cover-up, a secret kept at the expense of his trust, his dignity, and his very sanity. Every word he spoke burned with anger, every pause weighed heavy with pain, and every tear told a story of trust broken and a life upended. Then he went even further, announcing his next move with unflinching intensity. He alleged that he is preparing to take legal action, a paternity fraud lawsuit against Remy Ma herself, challenging the identity of his daughter and demanding accountability for the secrets kept hidden for so long. According to him, the court will see everything: the DNA, the lies, the betrayals, and the impact of decades of deception. He told the world that the legal system will not allow this to be swept under the rug, that the truth will finally be exposed, and that the consequences of these hidden affairs will be laid bare for everyone to see. The internet exploded the moment the live ended. Clips went viral in seconds. The comments section became a war zone. Fans were divided, some defending Remy, some rallying behind Papoose, and everyone asking the same question: how could this happen? And the most shocking name trending worldwide? 50 Cent. People could hardly believe it, struggling to grasp how one of the most iconic figures in hip-hop could be at the center of a revelation this earth-shattering. Was this planned? Were there more secrets lurking behind the scenes? Or was this just the latest celebrity meltdown, larger than life and impossible to ignore? And through it all, the tragic heart of this story remains the little girl, allegedly caught in the crossfire of adult mistakes, secret affairs, and lies she never asked to be part of. Reminisce Mackenzie, innocent, unaware, and now at the center of the most explosive gossip the industry has ever seen. This isn't just drama. This isn't just scandal. This is an emotional earthquake shaking the foundations of trust, family, and celebrity life. The betrayal is deep. The heartbreak is raw. And the fallout is only beginning. Every viewer watching that live felt it. The rage, the shock, the tragedy, the intensity. Every single comment, every share, every repost became a testimony to how power-packed, intense, and utterly devastating this revelation was. And as Papoose walked off camera, silent but burning with fury, the world could only stare, process, and wait for the next move in what could easily become the most talked-about story in hip-hop history. The tension didn't end when Papoose walked off that live. If anything, the storm was just beginning. Within hours, social media erupted like a wildfire. Clips of his IG Live were circulating everywhere, trending across platforms, with fans, critics, and journalists dissecting every word, every tear, every pause. People were shocked, confused, outraged, and unable to look away. The story wasn't just gossip anymore. It had transformed into a full-blown cultural earthquake. Inside the hip-hop community, whispers turned into heated debates. Every public figure with ties to Papoose, Remy Ma, or 50 Cent was suddenly under scrutiny. Allegedly, lawyers were already drafting papers behind closed doors, preparing for a legal battle that could shake celebrity courts to their core. According to insiders, Papoose was ready to take this matter to court, not just as a father seeking the truth, but as a man determined to expose decades of lies and hidden betrayals. The alleged paternity fraud lawsuit was rumored to include every damning detail from the DNA test to the secret communications that allegedly proved the affair and deception. Fans, however, were split down the middle. Some supported Remy Ma, defending her reputation and questioning the validity of the claims. Others backed Papoose, empathizing with the heartbreak and betrayal of a father who allegedly discovered that the child he raised wasn't biologically his. Social media platforms turned into battlegrounds, with hashtags trending worldwide, debates spilling over into podcasts, TikTok breakdowns, and YouTube commentary videos that dissected the story frame by frame. But at the core of this viral madness was the innocent figure caught in the crossfire, Reminisce Mackenzie. The tragedy of her story was that she had done nothing wrong, yet her identity was at the center of a global scandal. Every revelation, every accusation, every rumor had the potential to impact her life irreversibly. Papoose allegedly described the moment he confronted the truth as the collapse of my entire world, a heartbreak intensified by years of believing in a lie he had no way of verifying until the DNA test confirmed the unthinkable. The courtroom drama that was allegedly about to unfold promised even more explosive revelations. Sources hinted that evidence would not only include the DNA test, but also alleged text messages, emails, and conversations that allegedly exposed the affair and the deliberate concealment of the child's true paternity. Each piece of evidence was rumored to be a bombshell in itself, capable of reshaping the narrative completely. The possibility of a public trial, where intimate details of the scandal could be exposed to millions, added a layer of tension that made the internet frenzy even more intense. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's name dominated every conversation. Fans, analysts, and gossip reporters speculated endlessly about his alleged involvement. Was he aware of the child? Was the affair an isolated incident, or had it been ongoing? Every new report sparked fresh debates, and every reaction clip fueled the fire. The alleged scandal wasn't just a family drama, it had become a global spectacle, a viral phenomenon that transcended music, celebrity, and social media boundaries. Papoose's anger was palpable even in the follow-up interviews and alleged statements. He was described as relentless, determined to seek justice and clarity, but also devastated, emotionally raw, and betrayed in ways few could fully understand. Allegedly, his confrontation with Remy Ma was heated, filled with accusations of lies, deception, and stolen years of trust. Sources suggested he publicly threatened to expose every secret to make sure that the truth, no matter how shocking or humiliating, would not remain hidden. Every corner of the internet was consumed by speculation. Fans dissected timelines, analyzed every word from previous interviews, and tried to piece together how the alleged affair could have stayed secret for so long. Bloggers and gossip channels fueled the frenzy, highlighting the emotional breakdown, the legal angles, and the human tragedy at the center of it all. There was grief, there was rage, there was disbelief, and the story showed no signs of slowing down. In the midst of all this chaos, the undeniable tragedy remained Remy McKenzie. She was allegedly thrust into a spotlight no child should ever be in, her identity debated and dissected in public while she was far too young to comprehend the enormity of the situation. Papoose's heartbreak wasn't just about deception, it was about the loss of certainty, the betrayal of trust, and the fear that the child he loved was being defined by adult mistakes rather than innocence. The alleged scandal had turned private pain into a public spectacle, and the ripple effects promised to continue escalating for weeks, months, and possibly years to come. The world was watching, waiting for the next revelation, the next leaked message, the next court filing. Every day brought new speculation, new outrage, and new heartbreak. The alleged betrayal, the secret DNA results, the looming legal battles, and the innocent child caught in the middle created a storm of emotion that was impossible to ignore. Social media feeds were flooded with every possible reaction, shocking, angry, sympathetic, and horrified all at once. This wasn't just gossip. It wasn't just a rumor. Allegedly, it was a full-blown saga of deception, heartbreak, and viral drama that had already changed the lives of everyone involved forever. Even as the online frenzy continued, the looming courtroom battles threatened to bring every hidden truth into the public eye. Alleged witnesses, lawyers, and insiders were poised to reveal details that could redefine careers, reputations, and personal relationships. Papoose's determination to pursue the truth, even at the cost of public scrutiny, added a level of intensity that made every new report feel like the next shockwave in a series of explosions that showed no signs of stopping. And through it all, the tragedy at the heart of the story remained stark and undeniable: a little girl, unknowingly placed at the center of a viral, global scandal. The alleged affair, the DNA results, the legal threats, and the public outrage were all swirling around her life, threatening to define her story long before she could even understand it. For Papoose, the heartbreak was compounded by the reality that no amount of fame, money, or influence could undo the betrayal, the secrets, and the public exposure that now dominated his world. The tension didn't fade. If anything, the drama escalated to a level no one could have predicted. Following the viral explosion of Papoose's Instagram Live, the story transformed into a full-blown media storm. Every outlet, every influencer, every gossip channel was dissecting the alleged betrayal, the DNA revelation, and the looming legal battle. The narrative that had started as a personal heartbreak became a global spectacle overnight, fueled by curiosity, outrage, and raw emotion. Courtroom sources allegedly confirmed that Papoose's team had already begun preparing to file the paternity fraud lawsuit against Remy Ma. The filings were said to include the DNA results, alleged communication evidence, and detailed accounts of the hidden affair. Legal analysts predicted that the courtroom drama would be nothing short of explosive, with every detail scrutinized under the public eye. The stakes were massive. Not only was Papoose's reputation on the line, but the alleged scandal could redefine public perceptions of Remy Ma and 50 Cent, shaking the foundations of hip-hop celebrity culture. Fans and social media users were divided more than ever. Some criticized Remy Ma, questioning her morality and intentions, while others expressed empathy for her situation, warning against public judgment before the court confirmed any facts. Meanwhile, Papoose's alleged heartbreak continued to dominate commentary. Observers described him as a father shattered by deception, fighting not just for justice, but for the emotional closure of a betrayal that cut deeper than anyone outside his circle could comprehend. Remy McKenzie remained at the center of the storm. Innocent yet irrevocably affected, her alleged identity became the public battleground for speculation and judgment. Every revelation about her paternity added layers of tragedy. Papoose's alleged emotional breakdown, shared across multiple clips and interviews, showcased a father grappling with a personal loss magnified by global attention. Analysts noted that such exposure could leave long-lasting psychological and emotional effects on a child caught in the eye of a scandal this enormous. As the legal preparations advanced, alleged insider reports suggested tensions were already spilling into the music industry. Former collaborators, friends, and associates were being contacted to provide statements or context, and every previous interaction between Papoose, Remy Ma, and 50 Cent was being dissected for inconsistencies. Allegedly, the evidence trail promised to reveal not just personal deception, but the strategic concealment of truths, turning what had started as an emotional betrayal into a complex, multi-layered scandal that had everyone guessing who knew what and when. The alleged courtroom proceedings themselves were expected to become a media event. Papoose's team reportedly planned to present evidence that could publicly question Remy Ma's credibility while asserting his own rights as a father misled for years. Legal experts speculated about subpoenas, witness testimonies, and the potential revelation of private messages that could escalate the controversy to previously unimaginable levels. The combination of DNA evidence, alleged affairs, and hidden communications had created a perfect storm for viral news and social media frenzy. While speculation ran rampant, Papoose allegedly made several public statements emphasizing the personal devastation beyond legal considerations. He spoke of trust broken, years of emotional investment undermined, and the unique pain of realizing that someone you loved and believed in had concealed a fundamental truth. The intensity of his emotions was mirrored by the public's reaction: millions of views, thousands of comments, and non-stop debate across every platform imaginable. 50 Cent, the figure at the heart of the alleged revelation, dominated discussions. Analysts and fans debated whether he had knowingly participated in the deception or if the scandal was an unplanned consequence of private actions exposed publicly. Every statement attributed to him was scrutinized, every past collaboration revisited, and every social media post reinterpreted under this new lens. Allegedly, his response, or lack thereof, added fuel to the fire, making the story even more sensational. The ongoing tragedy of Remy Ma remained a constant undercurrent. At the heart of this viral storm was a child allegedly thrust into a media spectacle she could never understand, her identity debated and dissected, while she lived a life far too young to comprehend the adult drama swirling around her. Every news cycle, every update, every leaked document contributed to the weight of the scandal she was involuntarily at the center of, compounding a sense of emotional chaos that stretched far beyond the reach of ordinary gossip. As the weeks unfolded, each day brought fresh speculation, alleged leaks, and intensified public scrutiny. The story had evolved from a personal heartbreak to a cultural phenomenon, a mix of legal intrigue, emotional devastation, and global fascination. Papoose's alleged determination to reveal the truth, seek justice, and confront betrayal turned every revelation into an event, every clip into a viral sensation, and every online discussion into a debate that consumed millions. Even as the court case loomed and the media frenzy continued, the human cost of the alleged affair, hidden truths, and secret DNA results remained undeniable. The scandal had not just exposed secrets, it had transformed lives, upended trust, and left a trail of heartbreak that no viral story could ever fully contain. Remy Ma's innocence, Papoose's devastation, and the alleged involvement of 50 Cent and Remy Ma had together created a saga of betrayal, tragedy, and drama that had reshaped celebrity gossip forever. The story continued to evolve, a never-ending cycle of speculation, outrage, and viral content. Each new development promised more shocks, more revelations, and more heartbreak, leaving the public captivated, horrified, and unable to look away. The alleged betrayal, the legal battles, and the viral scrutiny combined into a perfect storm of emotionally intense drama, tragic, shocking, and unforgettable. The fallout from this revelation is far from over, and the world is watching every move. Papoose's alleged heartbreak has ignited a firestorm that refuses to cool down. Social media is ablaze, comments flooding in with disbelief, anger, and sympathy as millions struggle to process the shocking betrayal that has unfolded. The alleged DNA results, the hidden secrets, and the courtroom battles looming ahead have transformed a personal tragedy into a global spectacle. Every post, every clip, every whisper has become part of a story that feels larger than life, impossible to ignore. Remy Ma, the innocent at the center of it all, continues to be swept up in the chaos. She is the living proof of how adult deception can irreversibly alter the course of a child's life. The alleged affair, the stolen truth, and the public spectacle have made her existence a headline, a viral moment, and a tragedy all at once. Papoose's anger and grief are palpable even through screens, and the intensity of his pursuit of justice has made the entire saga feel unstoppable. 50 Cent's alleged involvement has pushed this scandal to another level. Every fan, every analyst, and every gossip outlet is dissecting his role, questioning every interaction, every decision, and every possible secret that could emerge. The public demands answers, the media amplifies the tension, and the story shows no signs of slowing down. As the legal drama approaches, the pressure mounts. The courtroom is set to become the stage for the next explosive chapter, where alleged secrets, betrayals, and DNA revelations will face public scrutiny. Every update will be dissected, every claim debated, and every reaction shared millions of times. The world is watching, the drama is escalating, and the story is far from over. Don't miss a moment of this unfolding scandal. Share, comment, and follow closely, because the truth is coming, and it will shock everyone.